Welcome to Midnight Gaming, where it's always midnight. My name is Mystic Nightmare. I will be your host this evening yet again. And the last time we left off, we were doing our iron farm. Now, I wanted to get the meat potatoes yet again with this one, and as you can see, I've put our infinity pool in there. And what we had last time is all I did was I just started by going from the center drop-down area. And I stepped over one block to the right, and I go down to the end. I know that these are wood now. They were stone before, but I changed them out to wood just to give it a little bit of style, a little joie de vivre. And so yeah, don't worry about that. So basically, once we get over to the side to the very end, which is 9 blocks over. The 9th block is the wall block. I go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I go up one more, which is the 5th one, and then I come out for the ceiling. Then I just take a step to the right. I go up 1, 2, 3, and this wall is going to be extended all the way around the entire grinder. And on top of this wall is where our doors are going to be. And I've done that on both sides. Now I kind of wanted this to be a step-by-step, you know, like I said before in the last video, I wanted to be step-by-step, show you guys, okay, I've got this much done, I've got this much done, I've got this much done. But I just figured, you know, in one video we'll kind of just do all of it in one. Not me building it all, but me just showing you kind of step-by-step, okay, here's the next step, here's the next step. And to do that, I just decided, you know what, I'll just finish half of it. So there's half of it done. There's what it's the final, you know, it's finally going to look like, without the water, of course. And I've got the water here just so when we go ahead and put the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this half over here with you guys just to show you how I do it. And obviously this part's pretty easy. You just put walls up and you put a ceiling on it. It's that simple. So what I'm going to first do, and this might be a little bit difficult. Oh, by the way, I'll show you guys what I've done over here a little bit later. But yeah, just try and ignore that for now. Well, let's go ahead and, you know, let's start over here. We'll extend this wall out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there as a stopper. Let's just pull this up here, just like that. Very simple. And then we're going to come down over here, and while I'm here, I'm going to get a little bit of spruce wood, and I've already screwed up, I can see it right now. A little bit, and some doors here. So let's see, let's switch that out. Okay, so the way that normally you would just go ahead and keep these blocks here, not a big deal, but I kind of wanted to add, like I said before, a little bit of style to it. Just so it's not some big honkin', so it's like that. That's just a big honkin' thing of stone bricks. So I just figured, you know what, let's just put a little bit of style on it. Let's just put a little bit of prettiness in it, and joie de vivre, or whatever the heck you call it. And so yeah, so now let's go ahead and go back to these blocks, and we'll build up this side of the wall here. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Step over. Let me get my other keyboard. I normally play with an optical keyboard, and it's the worst because you can lose it when you press it holding down shift. You can lose that shift. That your optical keyboard will lose signal, and yeah, it doesn't work very well after that. So now that I've hosed myself and already gotten off of the wall, let's see. We go here. Is it 1 or is it 2? Doesn't matter because the corners. Okay, so we're gonna go over here, and it doesn't much matter which way you put the doors. You can face this way and place them down, and have them flush with the inside of the wall, or you can do it this way and have them flush with the outside of the wall. Personally, I like the way that they looked inside the wall, or with them sitting on the outside of the wall. So we'll just go ahead and place them like this. I just face the inside of the wall, and that puts them on the flush with the outside. Did I go all the way over here? Yes, I did. Okay. And And so we'll go all the way over, and this is all it is. I mean, you can actually, honestly, I think the regular grinder, the regular mob grinder, takes 10 times as long as this thing does to make. I don't know why, but for me it just does. It's really weird. Okay, so let's go ahead. You can hear that the grinder's popping off like crazy today, which is good. Very good. Okay, so let's put our doors. Now, one thing that we have to watch out for is we cannot have any flat surfaces that are spawnable by these golems. These stairs back here, which make up the roof to this little house that I've made for the mob grinder, that is not going to make any. That's not going to have any effect on this, because iron golems cannot spawn on roof tiles, or roof tiles. They're stairs. They're just stairs. That's all they are. So yeah, they can't spawn on that. So not worried about that. I've made sure that any, anything on the grinder, any flat surfaces on the grinder, where there might be a this is in the way. There might be a possibility that they could spawn on. They can't spawn on it because it's now got either a what is it called? Wow, brain not working. It's got a half slab on it. Jeez, that was tough. And so when it's got a half slab on it like that, can I get up there? Ooh, that worked. Okay. So now that we're up here. Let me finish what I was saying. They can't, see, that's a deck right there. That's all half slabs. They can't spawn on that. These, they can't spawn on that. They have to have at least a 2x2 area to spawn. They can't spawn on this right here. So I've made sure that they can't spawn anywhere in here. So no worries up there. Okay, so now we just go on the top of one of the sides here, and we just bring this over. And as you can see, I can only go to a certain area. It won't let me place any more blocks right there, so it shows you, okay, well, take a turn here, and it's perfect. It makes it perfect for that. So there we go that way. Let's go ahead and extend this part out. I got to get rid of that, unfortunately, because I don't think I brought enough blocks up here to fill it in completely. I hope I did. But I don't think I did. Nope, I know I didn't. Okay, as you can see, there's quite a bit of people on tonight. Scoobs is also on as well, so you guys are really looking to come to a good server, man. There's enough active people where you can stay entertained and have fun, but it's not laggy, it's not crappy, it's not, you don't got a bunch of jerks on here. There's Scoobs. He's decided to come over and say hello. Oh yeah, Scoobs did something a little bit crazy yesterday. He's been working on really hard, and I can't tell you what it is. I'd like to, but I just can't. So, unfortunately. So what I think I'm going to do is... and he's taking off. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to go ahead and finish up and this part of it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put, and all this is, before I do, all this is basically I start at the very outside right here, and I place, you don't have to do it wood, but I place 2 blocks high right here, and then I go all the way around it. So it blocks it all in. As you can see, here's a little part of it right here, and it's just, I just go to the outside and it blocks it all the way in. It blocks it off so there's no water coming through or anything else like this. And this is where this, like that, sorry, like that. And this is where the second water area is going to be, the second spawn area is going to be. And that's all I do, is I just, go around the outside of it, and it makes a nice little design on the inside where you come under here, and underneath here is where the doors are, And then you've got your floor for the upper ceiling right here. The upper ceiling / second spawn floor. So if anything walks through the doors, because we're gonna put some what are they called, the villager houses on the outside here. So if anything spawns out there and we need to move it to, say, over here on this side over here, whatever, they can walk through the door, but they won't fall inside, which they wouldn't anyway, because they've got to, once they hit an edge, they don't fall down after a certain height. But this makes it nice, just to ensure that that doesn't happen. And on top of that, it's kind of stylish looking. I like the way it looks. So yeah, that looks really good. And so yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'm going to put the torches on the top, and then I'll bring you back. Actually, you know what, before I do that, how many times am I going to say I'm going to bring you back? Let's just start, and let me show you how I do this part right here. Where do we start? Let's start over here. So instead of just putting it in the corner, because we've done it a 9 by 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've gone 9 back. What is that? That's 20 by 20? I don't know. Anyway, because we've done that, instead of putting it down in the corner, it's not going to work like that. So we put it on the second level, the second block up, and we let it come down. And then we go ahead and just do our infinity thing over here. So it's basically going to be the same thing. Second block up. But when you place them in the sides down here, you got to make sure that you place them on the first block. So only in the corners are you placing it in the second block. And you just want to make it so it's nice and even all the way around. You've got them flowing from every direction. I think I've got all of that part. Okay, see how it's all coming down like that, and then it flows perfectly right into here. See right there? So that's really all I'm going to do, is I'm going to do that on this corner over here, and I'm going to do it on this corner over here. Okay, welcome back. I'm trying not to fall into the fire here. So this is the inside. I've got it done. As you can see, it's perfectly, you know, when you put the water on the second level like that, it's perfect. You put it all along on the first level on the sides, and it works perfectly. You got a nice long area, and a huge area for them to spawn in. So yeah, it's great. Works really good. Looks really nice in here. Found the hole in the top where I needed to put that. I'm gonna just take a chance here. Okay, we are out. Good. Oh, that didn't work at all. I was hoping I'd drop through there. And yeah, drop through there and be able to get out, but that didn't work at all. So hopefully my items are still there, which they are. Yay. Fantastic. Oh, come on. Mystics on fire yet again. Okay, give me some more water, please. Now there's also something else that's kind of cool. You see how that comes over the end of the grinder? Yeah, I did that intentionally. And that makes it so I can jump off of. I did it on my last Skyblock on this server when it was still 1.8. It makes it so I can jump off of the top of that and have a quick way down. Scoobs has actually done his as well, but he just put a pool at the bottom of it. But I figured, why put a pool at the bottom when you can put an entire iron golem farm? Oh, look at that. See? It's perfect. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and get up the side. This is what's nice is you can come in here and you can make adjustments or whatever, and having the water on the second block like that, bop, we're up. Very cool, right? Right. Super, super cool. Okay. Excuse me. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right. And she is lit up like a Christmas tree. Good to go. We got a ladder over here to get down. The inside is all lit up. So now it's time for our village area. And for some reason that doesn't look right. For some reason it feels like it's not enough space for the village area. Why does that not look right? Do I have extra doors in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28 doors. Oh no, it's 7 times 8. That's a lot of doors, but why doesn't it look right? It doesn't look like I have enough room. Normally I like to put the villager's little house right here in this area right here, and for some reason that's not looking big enough. I'm thinking I've gone too far over with the doors. In fact, I know I have. I think so. I think I need to go one less on each side. So that one there and that one there. It's not that big of a deal because technically I can have 2 villagers. They'd just be standing, one here and one here. But it just doesn't give me a lot of room to work with. So I'm going to be right back and I'm going to fix this problem. Okay guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so what I've done is I've basically extended it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a total of 6. It was 4 before, straight across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's 6. I've extended it on both sides by 1. So basically what that's going to do is it's going to make it so the villagers are completely protected from whatever. They're probably never going to have to, we're never going to have to worry about that. But I just figured, you know what? Why take the chance? Yada, yada, yada. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put half slabs across here. And what's that? I'm going to put them on the top of the second block below the door. So their bodies, they're too high. Their bodies, half their legs and stuff will be on this block, and their the top half of their bodies will be up here. It's not really a big deal. It's just my preference. I like the way it works. I like the way it looks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my scaffolding here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in 1 and then go down again. And basically this block is going to be the block off block. So I'm going to have another block right up here, which is going to block them in. I'm going to actually have 2 blocks that come up. And then out here, just for stylish looks, we're going to put... do I want to go 2 high or 3 high? 3 high. So on these corners, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to come across this way. And then I'm going to come across this way. And I'm going to come across... Yeah, that's correct. I'm going to come across this way over here. Now, if you look... Basically, this block is going to have... it's probably going to have spruce, just like we've got. It's going to have spruce, just like this. and I think I'm going to go all the way to the top with it. But this block will have that same thing, but I'm going to leave it open because we need to get some NPCs in here, or some villagers. But basically this is going to be it. This is going to be their little home. And I did half blocks just to make sure nothing ever spawns in here. I'm not going to fill this outside back here with spruce. I'm going to fill it in with oak wood right back here. So it'll make it, just make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit stylish. And then at the top, I'm going to have half slabs. And these half slabs are going to cover this whole top. In fact, I might as well just put them down now. Just like this. It's going to look just like that. So we got a nice little, you know... I wish these stupid clouds weren't in the way. So we got a nice little look on it. I think it'll look kind of snazzy like that. I like the wood plus the oak wood look. So, yeah, that should look pretty nice like that. And I may put another layer on the outside just to get, you know, a third step in, I guess you could call it. So like... it steps in here and then maybe put another one out here and it steps in one more time and comes back out. Just make it look more stylish. It's all aesthetics. The only thing you really need in this is just this right here. It's just a room. That's it. A room that you can, big enough for you to work in, so you can feed them the apples, the zombie villagers, the apples to get them to, you know, to get them to heal and everything else. So that is basically that right there. That's all you need. I'll fill this in with the wood, with oak wood, so it looks nice. And then I think I'm going to make a path all the way around the outside of it, just so I can get around and I don't have to keep building these stupid scaffolds right here. Now, a lot of people think, for some weird reason I'm not sure, that they need to have these little villager chambers all the way around their golem farm. You don't need them all the way around your golem farm. It's just, in all honesty, if you had 14 I think with this setup, it's 14 villagers that make the iron golem start to spawn. But if you have them all in one spot on one side, it doesn't matter. They're still going to spawn. Because think about it, a village isn't, you know, symmetrical or anything. The houses, the doors, they're all over the place. So you don't need to have them on all four sides. It's just, you don't need it. And this thing, when it starts running pretty well. You get iron. It's not super fast, but it's enough where it keeps me in hoppers and it keeps me in iron all the time. You know, I can make my own iron golems if I wanted to. So you don't need these little houses all the way around. I think a lot of people, they think they do for some reason. Oh, I need them over on this side and this side so the iron golems will spawn on this side and this. You don't need to do that. The iron golem spawn area is 16 by 16 by 6. That's a lot of blocks. And anytime it's going to spawn, you know, 16 by 16 by 6, if it can't spawn up there because it's high enough off of the ground, if it can't spawn up there, then it's going to spawn right inside your spawner. Plain and simple. So there's no reason to have all four of them all the way around. I usually do 2, and that's mainly so I can work with the villagers. I split them in half. I try and get a farmer in one of them, and then I breed the living crap out of them, and then I run half of them all the way over to the other side, or maybe just, you know, over here. I may run them all the way over the other side, but I usually run them through probably about on this side over there, and then I just let those guys hang out over there, and I just there's a lower amount of NPCs in here. Why do I keep calling them NPCs? Villagers. They are NPCs technically, but yeah, there's a lower amount of villagers, and I can just work with them better in here. If I want to, you know, trade with them, I want to get diamond, or yeah, if I want to get emeralds and trade with them and stuff, then I can work with them by doing that. But you don't need to have them on all four sides, plain and simple. So I may make the rooms just for aesthetic value, but yeah. So that's it, guys. I mean, basically right now it's done. I just need to fill that one side in with wood. On this villager, you know, home area, and I need to come over here and come up on the 21st floor and exactly, let me show you how I'm going to do this. I've been thinking about how I'm going to do this a few different ways, but I wish these clouds weren't here. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I think right around here's the 21st floor. I'm going to put a hole in the wall right here, just 2 blocks high, and then I'm going to make half slabs. I'm going to put half slabs here, so it'll be like this. There'll be half slabs right here and here, and I'm going to bring the half slabs probably out, I don't know, maybe I might just bring them all the way out to the iron golem farm. And then I'm going to put half slabs on the bottom down here, like this. And as you can see, I'm going to make a little bit of a track for these guys, and then I'm going to close off the end. And what's going to happen is they're going to funnel out of the 21st floor area, and I'm going to stand back here, and I'm going to use my bow, and I'm going to pop off the guys that are not villager NPCs. And then I'm going to, when I see one that comes up, this area is going to be blocked off. This end's going to be blocked off like this. And over here, it's going to be blocked off. But it's going to be with half slabs. So when I see one come through, I'm just going to run up and I'm just going to block him off behind him. I'm going to block off the area behind him. And then I'm going to kill all of the rest of the mobs. I'm going to close up the hole by coming under here, and I'm going to close up the hole so nothing else can come through. And then I've got basically a zombie villager sitting right out here that's trapped that can't do anything. Then I'm going to make a little bit of a trail down to either down here to that village house on the side of the golem farm, or possibly one over here, which is closer. I'm going to have him chase me down. I'm going to block him off, and bada boom, bada bang, we got an NPC. A villager zombie, and I'm going to cure him, and then, you know, he's going to end up being a farmer, let's hope. And then I'm going to get another one. I'm going to do it the exact same way. And when I'm done, hopefully they'll breed like crazy, and we'll get this sucker up and running, because I am really tired of having to work so hard for ingots. It just sucks. So, okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what I did here. I just made it really pretty. That's basically it. I like doing Japanese houses on Skyblock, on anything, and I just decorated it. I made it pretty. You know, I closed in the walls with block, nothing big. Put some glowstone up, put some spruce up, and I'm closing these in with wool from a sheep, so it looks kind of like shoji paper. And it's not quite done yet, but I decided, you know what, we'll just make it look kind of like a temple with a spire coming out of it. And then I kind of wanted to do this, that's why I kind of did the iron golem spawner so close to it, because if you notice, there's a lot in Japan, China, places like that, their housing is very crowded, and they kind of build into each other with it. So I figured I can do the same thing. I maybe put some of this type of nether brick steps on the top of the iron golem farmer and all the way around to make it kind of look like a, you know, a Japanese house or something. And it looks like they're kind of growing into each other. This, you know, this one's growing into the iron farm, and the iron farm will kind of overstep the other one, and it'll be, hopefully it'll look pretty cool. I may put a roof on the iron farm, I don't know, we'll find out. But so yeah, I just tried to make it pretty. I didn't do anything really cool on the inside. It's the same thing, it's just I basically put a deck up there. I used some netherrack fencing, I used a bunch of netherrack steps. Everything else is the same. I just put a nice deck up here you can come up and you can look out on. And look at Scoob's gigantic freaking island. Jeez. What an overachiever. So yeah, it's just basically fencing and, you know, steps and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, throw a like. If you don't. So that's basically it on that. You know, it's all walled in. It looks a lot better than all that stuff hanging out of there. I think it does anyway. Hopefully you guys do. They fixed the cow situation when it comes down to getting stuff for the eggs, getting eggs when you finish challenges. So we got a couple of eggs, got a couple more cows, so now we can do some leather. I'm also going to build a little house for an enchanting table, and I might put the enchanting table on the second floor, and then on the bottom put the potion brewing area in there. I haven't decided yet. So that's that. We're getting this done. I'm really hoping that we can get this thing up and running quickly, because honestly, guys, if I can get some iron ingots going, man, and I can get some hoppers going, we're gonna be happy. I also made a chicken farm. This is nice because it keeps them all in one spot. Catches all the eggs for you. Obviously I need another hopper to go in the back. And all it is 3 glass, a bunch of blocks that surround 2 half slabs. The reason we put half slabs is because the baby chickens, they fall inside the hoppers, and it just makes a big mess. So I put half slabs on it, and you put the hoppers underneath the half slabs. The half slabs pull eggs when they're laid underneath into the hopper and into the chest. Then you can take out the eggs, and in the back it's just a simple dispenser. Put the eggs in, and you just keep doing this, repeating this process, and you can tell when a baby comes out, you'll hear it squawk. And you just keep repeating this process till you got about 50 chickens in here. You don't have to worry about a really big space to keep them in. See, there was a screen right there, so we just got it. There's another screen. We just got another chicken, and that's it. And you just keep doing that until you got about 50 to 100 chickens in there. They grow up, they lay eggs. The 2 hoppers that are in the back collect the eggs, and that was from me killing a few of them. And they just collect them in here. You don't have to do it. It's automatic. It's 100% efficiency. As long as you keep this bad boy empty enough, you know, that you can keep gathering them, and then you can just go to the shop and sell them. Now they don't sell a lot. You get $5 for every stack of eggs, which is 16. So they don't sell a ton, but they do give you enough money to get a few things here and there. So it's good. It's definitely nice. And like I said, it's extremely simple to make. Extremely simple to make. It's just, that's it. That's it. I just started off with a block down here. I went up 3 blocks, put a dispenser on the top, made an enclosed area around 2 half slabs. That's it. Super, super simple to make. I used to be a chicken killer, and it used to have a bunch of redstone clocks and stuff behind it, but there's no reason to do that when you can just have the farming area out here and just eat melons. So that's that. That's our upgrades. That's everything. I'm probably not going to be doing... Our island level is 170. Super cool. Obviously, Scoobs is still on the top with 634. What an overachiever. We are in a dead heat with Enoch. I can never pronounce these guys' names. It's crazy. But we're not doing too bad. Need's at 45. What are you doing, Need? You need to hurry up and catch up, dude. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, next episode maybe we'll get some villagers. I'll try to work on them today. I'll try to set it up. I'll try to maybe even get some villagers. I'll show you how I do it. But that's probably it for today. That's the episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, throw up a like. If you didn't, don't throw up a like. However, just subscribe. Just subscribe. I'm going to make a whole bunch of videos. I think I'm going to go back to the forest. I'm going to make a few videos in the forest and start making that again. Yeah, so keep it up, guys. Appreciate your support, and keep gaming. Take her easy. We'll see you guys later.